Hi students, welcome back. Coming to the next topic in the subject ad hoc wireless networks is the introduction to routing protocols. Okay, so let's see what are the different routing protocols that are present for transferring the data from source to the destination. So before going to know about the different routing protocols, let me explain you what exactly the routing was. Okay, what is a routing protocol? So what do you think about routing protocol? So if you want to know the different protocols, first you need to know exactly what is a routing. A routing protocol is a protocol that specifies, okay, this routing protocol is a protocol which specifies how routers communicate with each other. A protocol means it's a set of instructions that each and everything has to be followed. The routing protocol is nothing but it is going to specify how the routers communicate with each other. So different routers are present. So how those different routers are communicating with each other so that the information can reach the destination safely. The routing protocols uses some metrics. So let me write RP. RP is nothing but the routing protocol. The routing protocol uses a matrix to evaluate what path will be the best path for a packet travel. So here we are using a concept matrix. So that matrix is going to be evaluate which path is the best path for packet travel. Okay, so whatever the concept protocol you are taking, the routing protocol, the main concept here is we have to reach the destination safely with shortest distance. Everyone prefers to go in a shortest distance. Okay, no one is ready to take the make more complicated. So in the best different paths, the best path has to be selected. That is the main aim of everything in each and every concept. So here the routing protocols also uses some metrics. With the help of that metrics, they are it's going to evaluate the path and select the best path for packet travel. Then what are those metrics? Okay, the metric is a standard of measurement such as the different metrics that are going to be evaluated. There is a standard measurements such as path bandwidth. So they have to think about which path having the most high bandwidth, and which path is reliability, and is there any delay in the packet while transferring from source to the destination over the path. And the current load, it is also important. The current load on the path, that has to be considered. So these are all the different measurements that has to be considered to calculate the metrics. So to evaluate what path will be the best path for packet travel, they will measure some of the metrics such as the path bandwidth, reliability, delay, current load on that path. So the routing protocols used in a wide network. So previously we are using the routing protocols in the wide network. Now we are discussing the wireless mean, but there is a wide network. First it was started on the wide network. The routing protocols used in the wide network cannot be directly applied to ad hoc wireless network. Let me write that point. The routing protocols used in wired network, I am talking about the wired network. So those protocols that we used in wired network cannot be directly applied. You can't directly apply it to ad hoc wireless network. So whatever the protocols that we used in the wired networks for routing protocols, those routing protocols we cannot directly apply to ad hoc wireless network. Why? What is the problem? Why we are not supposed to use the same routing protocols for the ad hoc wireless networks? Means directly can't use. You can use, but you can't directly use. Means some modifications. With some modifications, you have to apply on the ad hoc wireless network. So what is the problem here? So while you're dealing with the ad hoc wireless network, actually the routing protocols, whatever we are used on the wired network, I said it cannot be directly applied to ad hoc wireless, because the ad hoc wireless networks are highly dynamic topology. So ad hoc wireless means always the topology will be the dynamic. Within a second the path will be changing. Suppose at present your path is here, you are moving and your path is changing, means your topology, the communication, transferring of data over the in the wireless is changing. Means within a second the topology has to be changed, but in case of wired network it can't there. Okay, it is a fixed, the wire, suppose you are sitting here and your router is somewhere, means else you are just connected a cable, means you can rotate in these areas only. Okay, you are not able to move beyond that wired connection. But in the ad hoc wireless network, you can change your topology dynamically. It is so that's why ad hoc wireless networks are highly dynamic topology. And here, no infrastructure for centralized administration is required in ad hoc wireless network. No infrastructure for centralized administration is required. So whereas in this wired network, you need a centralized administration, but here there is no infrastructure is required. So these points has to be considered. So that's why we are not using the wired routing protocols directly to the ad hoc wireless network, because the ad hoc wireless networks is having these features, and the bandwidth constraint should be considered in ad hoc wireless network. Bandwidth constraint is there, and the energy constraint is there. Okay, so because of these reasons, we are not directly applying the wired network routing protocols directly to ad hoc wireless network. So we need to design a new protocols which are used for the ad hoc networks. Okay, so because of these reasons, because the ad hoc wireless network is having these features, we need to design a new routing protocols for ad hoc networks. Let me write, because of these reasons, we need to design a new routing protocols for ad hoc wireless network. So this is the introduction part. So I hope you understand why we are using the different routing protocols. Even though the wired network is having the routing protocols, we are designing different routing protocols because of these reasons. The ad hoc wireless network is highly dynamic topology. It doesn't have any infrastructure for centralized administration. The bandwidth constraint should be taken care, and the energy constraint has to be considered. Thank you.